You often hear divorce lawyers saying that there are special challenges for virtually everybody in divorce. Special challenges for men, special challenges for women, special challenges for the young and the old, the rich and the poor, the list goes on. And while this can occur in some divorce cases, the truth is that courts deal with men and women in every divorce. They have to. And whether you're rich or poor doesn't determine whether you get divorced. Young people divorce, and courts are accustomed to that. Old people divorce, and courts deal with that all the time frequently. But one thing the courts don't deal with that frequently are the divorces of small business owners. Let's face it, most people are not small business owners, and as a result, the law that controls what happens to a small business isn't as well developed. Additionally, the small business owner is a different kind of person. While it is possible for your judge or your court commissioner to have been the owner of a small business or have worked in a small business, it is more likely that your judge is a W-2 employee throughout most of his or her career. So not only do courts not deal with the legal side of divorce and small business, judges and court commissioners often can't relate to the small business owner very well. The small business owner's lifestyle is different. The way you approach your job is different from someone who's an employee. The amount of time you spend in your job is often disproportionate to the amount of time an employee spends. The way you balance your work with family is different. So being a business owner really does create special issues as you go through a divorce. A business you own, whether you started it before or during your marriage, may be an asset that needs to be treated in divorce. How will investors in your business react to your divorce? Does divorce mean your business partner can make certain kinds of claims or demands against you? Will the business be divided equally between you and your spouse? Does that mean you have to sell it off and all of its assets and equipment and then divide the money between you and your spouse? Will you be awarded the business and have the value of the business offset against other marital property that will be awarded to your spouse? Will you be awarded the business but have to pay your spouse a portion of its value over the next few decades? Entrepreneurs are often so busy getting their business launched and staying afloat that contemplating what could happen if one or both of the founders gets divorced never comes up. A mom and pop owned business handled wrong in divorce can ruin a business. A badly crafted decree that doesn't understand your business can kill the golden goose. Will the value of the business be accurately determined by your judge? Will you and your spouse have wildly different ideas as to the value of the business? Are you going to end up running your business at the end? How will you evaluate the business? With book value, capitalization method, the market approach, a combination of different valuation methods? Are you going to end up sharing ownership with your spouse? It's rare, but perhaps your spouse will be awarded the business you started. Will the court consider the tax bite from the sale of the business? What about alimony and child support? If you're in a lucrative field like medicine or dentistry, but in the startup phase, will the court base alimony and child support on what you're actually making or what you could be making or what you're expected to make in the next few years? Will there be a dispute over the IRS and what it considers necessary business expenses and the divorce court's idea? What about income versus cash distributions? If business profit is considered part of the owner's income for support purposes, then the same income counted to value the business could end up counted a second time, resulting in a potential alimony and child support double dip. Small business ownership can affect the child custody award too. Small business owners typically work longer hours and more irregular hours than their W-2'd counterparts. That could be a strike against you when it comes to physical custody of children. But if you work from home or could work from home, being a self-employed person could be a real boon. Divorce for the small business owner is unfortunately more complex and more complicated, and that's why we pay special attention to the effects of divorce on small business owners. We invite you to review the other resources we have here on divorce and the small business owner. They are for your help to give you a better grip on preparing for divorce to protect yourself and your business interests in a way that is fair to you and your family members.